Aries, happy day, bookies. Listen, I saved us to last because I need some clarity for myself, and both of my readers are kind of preoccupied at the moment. So we are going to do a general reading. We're not going to be in my energy. We are in Aries energy for all however many billions of Aries there are in the world. We're going to take a look to see what's in store for the next 24 hours. But this could just be given general. It could just be given, get what we get from it. But I'm still going to try my best to stick your ass around. Enjoy the vibes, the singing, the everything. This might be as close as we get to a personal Aries reading. It's possible. So that's our mystery card, y'all. We'll pull it at the end of the video to kind of tie things in for us. Let's see what's going on. I shouldn't have told y'all that. I feel like I gave y'all too much information. But y'all needed to know that this is a special reading for us because I'm an Aries, so it only makes the most sense. So Aries, before I start pulling these cards, here's the thing with general readings, okay? And I really should take this and turn this into a whole video. The thing about general readings is there are 8 billion people in the world. Y'all, this is not boring. Listen to me and sit your impatient ass down somewhere. General readings just capture all energy, right? And if I know that I'm reading for Aries, then it captures Aries energy. Now, sometimes you fall within that energy and other times you don't. But almost all times in general readings, there is something that you can gain from it. So if I start talking about something and it's like, I'm saying, oh yeah, so maybe at your job, and then you know that you're not having that issue at your job, you're having that issue with your mom, it resonates. Or if I say, yeah, you and your partner, and you know that you're not having that issue with your partner, you're having that issue with your brother, or you're having that issue with a coworker, or you're having that issue with your car. Take it as it resonates. That's what I mean when I say take it as it resonates. Sometimes you got to assign energy where it belongs. And that's the difference between a real reader and one of these bullshit ass readers that, you know, you have a tendency to see everywhere that you can find readings available to you. As real readers, if we're not in anyone's personal energy, we will assign energy generally, but it's on you to put it elsewhere. And we're very honest about what it is. I hope that message came off right. Sometimes I start talking, y'all, and I'm very sassy. And, you know, like the neck roll started and I started saying cuss words and shit. And the next thing you know, I'm off on a tangent. I hope that made sense. To Patreon, y'all. I think I want to expand to Patreon, and if for no other reason, because I want to play music in the background. I want us to have a whole fucking DJ and tarot section. So we got the Death card, the Four of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. Now, listen, y'all, this is for no time frame, but I'm still gonna put on the thumbnail your next 24 hours. Maybe I'll put and beyond. Let me take that note. I don't want to forget. Aries. 24 plus beyond. Okay. Over the course of life, there could be a situation in your life where there could be 3 situations in your life. It could be 7 of them motherfuckers. It could be 10. We could be looking at 11. It could be lots of things in your life where you're realizing that these things no longer bring you emotional fulfillment. And maybe you've already left those situations and circumstances and things behind, but maybe you are still kind of like present in those situations, and you are just thinking about what your next step should be, what you're supposed to do now that this particular situation has died out, the relationship has died, the job has died. Things have fizzled out to a point where they're no longer fun to you, and they don't feel like what it is that you know you deserve, what it is that you know you are working toward here. It's important to make sure that you always remember, Aries, that there is always more than one way. There's always more than one option. There's always more than one opportunity. The possibilities are endless. And when source comes through, I just heard the feds did a sweep. You can think of God as the feds. When God comes through and does a sweep, it's meant for you to journey forward toward your new kingdom, toward your new experience, toward the new job, the new house, the new relationship, the new friendship, the new mindset, the new body. If you've been working out, I've been working out. I hope you have too, Aries. It takes 5 minutes. Just 5. Anyway, you want to make sure that you're not getting wrapped up in how difficult the journey is here and starting to feel like, oh shit, every time I turn around, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta and allowing yourself to be frustrated by it and start to feel like your life is just rooted in burden. I forgot who I was talking to in one of the readings earlier, and you know, these are things I have to consistently remind myself of as well, is that when you are surrounded by endings and burdens and barriers and just frustration, that what you're supposed to be doing during that time is thinking of a master plan and then going ahead and attacking with that plan. Continuing to stay stuck and stagnant, to stay at the job, to keep riding around in your hoopty, to keep staying in these shitty friendships and things of that nature here, that's not going to help you grow. It's not going to help you get any closer to this 9 of Cups where you are reaping the benefits of your experience, where you are seeing your manifestations come into fruition and celebrating them. You can't do that if you're staying stuck in situations because you're scared or because you feel that you're so tired that you're not prepared for another battle. That shit resonates for me, man. To a certain extent. Because, you know, at the same time, like, I'm aware of the things that need to shift and change in my life. And it's just one situation in particular. My fucked up ass job. But I really do try to, you may have heard me say it before, but I try to make sure I'm not being a salty bitch. And once you know, Aries, that you're not being a salty bitch, and even if you are being a salty bitch, and you decide that you don't want to partake in situations and experiences that are not bringing you emotional fulfillment, you tired of working a fucking job that's not bringing you enough money. I make more money doing tarot readings and resumes and business plans and coachings and all the things that I do on the side an hour than I do at my job. Like 4 or 5 times more. But the thing about jobs, especially when you're an entrepreneur, is it provides you with steady and consistent income so that you don't experience hardships. And for some of you, we start to believe that just because something has been present or steady or consistent in our lives, that means that we are supposed to continue to go that direction because it feels safe. It's predictable. And you got to ask yourself, Aries, is it worth risking peace of mind? Is it worth risking your happiness? Is it worth risking your business? Is it worth risking your passions? Is it worth risking whatever it is that you're risking by staying grounded and rooted in these situations that don't serve you anymore, just because you're worried that you're not going to be able to get more, get better, do different? I don't even need to say anything. I don't need to say anything. Today at work, I typed out my fucking resignation letter. Why? Because I've seen the signs. I already know what's tea. I know when it's time for me to tuck and roll. And sometimes I delay tucking and rolling because I be trying to make sure that I'm not a salty bitch. I'm very flighty. And flighty, like, if something happens, red flag number 1, I be ready to roll out. Or I don't want to do it anymore. And then as I've gotten older, I realized that impulsiveness that people like cast on to Aries, they say that we are very, very impulsive and that we don't take time to think, but we already be knowing. We already know. Whatever this harmonious and beautiful type of like utopian this is that you are trying to manifest and welcome into your life here, Aries, if you believe, and also if you stand on business with yourself, then these are going to be things that you are easily able to attract into your experience. I hope that you all are not operating from a place of fear where you start to feel a little iffy about doing things because, well, what's supposed to happen next? Whatever the fuck you want to. Whatever you believe is going to happen next is what will happen next. And, you know, you'll have to let me know, Aries, if you want me to talk more about lopsided manifestations and why they happen. But let's say you're manifesting a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom, brand new build. And what you instead end up getting is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home that's 10 years old in a great neighborhood. It's nice. You love it. You're excited. This is the coolest thing you've ever had. You've never had an opportunity to live in a great neighborhood, or maybe you have. I don't know. Fucking take it as it resonates, friends. And you're really excited and you're really grateful. And so you release the manifestation of the 5-bed, 3-bath, brand new build. You manifested in a very lopsided manner, and it was based on what you believed. You felt like you were asking for way too fucking much by wanting this huge thing, but you wanted it, and so you sought it out and you got something. You just didn't get everything that you asked for. Make sure that you're balancing those things out, because I feel like a lot of the things that you've been going through here recently, Aries, could have helped root you into a place where you think that this is it, this is as good as it's going to get, or that you don't need to pursue or go after anything any different because you already got enough. Even me staying in a stupid job, I continue to stay in the stupid job because I'm like, well, it'll provide consistent income. It supplements my business income. And so I'm able to take care of everything that I need to take care of. I don't have to worry about low months, high months, none of that. Every month is just another month to live life. I keep telling myself, I don't really need to work for anyone anyway. I'm just doing this because it's steady. I could do this. I'm tripping. I'm this. I'm that. I'm da-da-da-da-da. You be knowing. You be knowing. Don't allow because like even with the stupid job or whatever your stupid situation is, where you just won't leave, you won't let it behind, you won't let go of these are not mindsets. These are situations that you are rooted in emotionally and that you are pouring a lot of action into. There's only one sword here. And I feel like if any sort of mindset is here for why these hardships have happened or why you just have not made the decision to move on and do something different, Aries, it's because you're trying to make places from a very practical and diplomatic space. And sometimes you just got to throw caution to the wind and say, God, you got me, and then jump. Not off of anything, to the harm of none. But like, I'm speaking spiritually, like metaphorically. Nothing will come of this situation. So whatever this hardship thing is here, you waiting for it to work out. You're hoping that maybe later on down the line. No, it's not. Nothing's going to come of this situation. You got to decide, Aries, when you think it's going to make sense for you to put you first. Shelter is important. And, you know, you want to make sure that in all situations you are protected, that you are protecting yourself, and that you're staying in places where you are covered in love and protection and all of the positive things, not being sheltered in a place that feels traumatic and scary and whatever. So before I pull these What's the Tea cards, let's pull your mystery cards. This is the part where I tell you to like the video and please leave a comment. And if you're still watching, just go ahead and subscribe. You listen to me talk for 10 minutes. And while I think my readings are great, my clients think my readings are great, and some of the people on TikTok and YouTube think my readings are great, you know, if you watched it and you ain't on me to turn this card around, just subscribe. Come back tomorrow. Every day's a different day. So your mystery card was the crossing, initiation. Like I said about that resignation letter, you know what it is that you need to do here, Aries. You know what it is that you want to do here, Aries. You know what it is that you've been praying to do here, Aries, and you should just go ahead and do it. God, you got me? That's it. That's it. I feel like it would be irresponsible of me to not tell you to take what I'm saying to you with a grain of salt. Take what I'm saying to you with a grain of salt, but if this resonates and this kind of like bridges the gap for you on some of the ways that you have been feeling in your life here, Aries, there are some situations that have been putting out your fire. That only happened twice today. I don't remember. I think the other one was in the Leo Sagittarius reading. If you're a child, don't watch this. Turn this part off. Don't watch my tarot videos at all if you're a small child, actually. This is not the place for you, Pookie mama or Pookie man. Find you something else to do. Little kids be on TikTok. But now that the children are gone, fuck whoever this is, whoever these ain't shit ass energies are. Even speaking for me, from my experience, your fucking coworkers, your friends, your fake ass family, them phony ass supporters. Fuck everybody. Dust all that little shit off. And just remember, Aries, that motherfuckers really do be miserable. You know what I had to explain? I had to explain a concept to my 5-year-old the other day behind some shit with one of my neighbors. And, you know, her feelings were hurt because she overheard a conversation. And I just had to tell her, baby, some people are very sad and they experience hard lives. And then they don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to express what they're feeling. They don't know how to let you know what they need. They don't know how to speak up. And so what they choose to do is act like a bunch of fucking idiots. And it comes off in the worst way possible. And if you're just not aware of the fact that sometimes motherfuckers just be shitty and it ain't got a motherfucking thing to do with you. Sometimes boyfriends be shitty, mamas be shitty, daddies be shitty, your cousins, your neighbors, your co-workers, the lady at the fucking drive-thru at McDonald's who pissed you off, the man in traffic that flipped you off. Sometimes people are just miserable. That ain't got shit to do with you. Somebody needs to go play the lottery. In fact, I'm gonna go play the fucking lottery. And if you suddenly see me recording from a fucking bungalow in the Maldives, baby, you got your motherfucking answer, and you better know that everything is possible for you too. Know that now. Know that beyond a shadow of a doubt. It's up to you. Do what you want, Aries. But just know that whatever actions you choose to take or the ones that you don't take, those are going to directly affect what happens next for you. And if you choose to sit in a situation for 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years, 16 months, it doesn't matter. That's on you. And if you choose to get about that shit and move on to something else, that's on you too. That's what I got. Come back tomorrow. Come back next week. Come back every day because I do this every day. Love you. Bye.